moving on to the issue of branding, obviously Nike had a certain way of doing it, and you can sometimes avoid it just by partnering with people. But given if you're an SME, and we briefly talked about KOLs and Dojo and other mechanisms, how would you go about getting into our market? Say you've got a highly specialised product. Is there any particular things that are different about China than the way you do it in Australia?
So I think and then going back to your Daigou thing, going back to what we were talking about before, I've seen it at the moment with a couple of products going into China. Just don't imagine that you're going to be really big straight away. Pick a couple of smaller platforms, pick up a couple of smaller influencers, and work closely with them. Yeah. And have them drive it for you. Have them give you ideas. Make sure that any sales generated a lot of it's going to them as well, and they'll generate a lot of ideas for you. I think that you have to be relatively fluid with how you're going to approach this market, and you have to trust the people who are in market. If you haven't been in China, and if you haven't going in there and telling people how to do it is the wrongest thing you can do. It's a great way to lose your money. You have to, but I think the important thing is trying to pick those partners quite early. But on the flip side, be careful there are a lot of consultants who will do stuff for you for $50,000 or $100,000. You need to be careful. It's a very difficult one to manage. I'd be very careful of working with consultants who are going to give you a plan of 6 months, and they're going to work for 6 months of giving you all this strategic advice and everything. You can get burned by a lot of them because they'll give you a lot of PowerPoint decks and not actually have anyone on the ground. I'd work with people who will give you, noticeable results in 1 month, and just see it small piece by small piece on how you grow it. I think it's just much more important.
Yeah, and also I would add, in my experience, it's just better to go and do it yourself. In many cases.
Yeah.